Hello, Heights Church. My name is Bronson Aalgaard, and I'm the JHM pastor here. And I am so excited for today. The day is finally here. Merry Christmas. It is my favorite holiday all year, but for some of us, it may be a holiday that's got new traditions or new things going on. And I'm excited to see what God's going to do. Now, before we get into the topic, I wanted to tell you guys my favorite Christmas memory. When I was a little kid, probably under the age of 10, I really wanted an Xbox. Not like the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, or the new one that you can't find anywhere. I'm sorry to all the parents who were trying to make that happen, but the original Xbox. Some of the JHM students call it a prehistoric dinosaur at this point, and a lot of them don't even know what the original Xbox looks like. So I understand for all you Super Nintendo people, I'm starting to feel your pain. But I really wanted this. My parents knew it, my friends knew it. It was not a question how bad I wanted this item. Christmas morning was here and people were all around. My siblings were opening up these gifts. My family members were opening up these extravagant gifts. And I remember being young and looking around and seeing my siblings opening these amazing gifts. But yet, I didn't have anything that amazing. Now, for some of you, you're sitting here thinking, wow, Bronson, that's really selfish of you. You're really ungrateful. And the truth is, you're right, it was. But I was under 10 years old, and when we're kids and we're siblings, we all did it. There's no question. You were watching what your brother and sister was getting because you knew you were going to get about the same amount that they were. At this time, we had a blended family, and so some of my other siblings went to other houses, so we went to drop them off. And during this time, what I didn't know what was happening is one of my parents was setting up this new Xbox in the room. But I remember during the time in between thinking, what did I do wrong? Why don't my parents love me? Yes, these are real thoughts I was having back then. And as we arrived back home, something was a little off. My parents were like, hey, go to your room and play with some of your new stuff. And I'm sitting here thinking, I got 2 new shirts and a pair of socks. There's nothing to play with in my room. Just pouting it out. Finally, my parents got me to go to the room and I opened the door and I was shocked. I was amazed by what I was looking at. The brand new Xbox was sitting on my dresser, hooked up to my TV, ready to play. And I turned around and looked at my parents, and to see their response, I noticed something. This gift, they were just as excited to give it to me as I was to get it. And you know what it reminded me of, or really made me think of, is wow, my parents love me. Not because of the dollar amount, how much it cost to get an Xbox, but because they knew how much it meant to me that they would go to the extremes to make sure this happened. And oftentimes when I reflect and think about that, I'm reminded of the Christmas story. Why are we celebrating Christmas? And it's really simple for us. As followers of Jesus, if we don't understand the reason for this season, it's all about love. And one of the most iconic, best verses in the Bible is this. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son. Man, talk about the greatest gift ever. God's love for us was so big and so large that he sent down Jesus. And so when we're in this season of Christmas, we need to remember that the biggest gift we'll ever receive comes from love, and that is Jesus. God loves us so much that he would send his Son down to be the bridge between sinful man and holy God. And I am so grateful for that. Merry Christmas, Heights Church.